Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, this is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bama.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
They'll go right back to him. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
The run from the shotgun. He breaks a tackle, creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Now here's Russell. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. My goodness, he unloads on that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bulldogs offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And Camario Taylor will be running the show. He had a tough time getting anything started in that loss last time out. 3 interceptions and was sacked 4 times. Start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. The Bulldogs are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense picks it up. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start on the ground with Buff Bothwell. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Right back to the well. And they're able to get him down. It'll be 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Pressure coming. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He wants to change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Fires on the move. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Russell unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Russell from the gun on third down. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. A run for the quarterback. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. On the ground, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Bringing it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. The play-action fake. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. from inside his own 10. Let's see what he gets. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running to the left. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Got enough for the first. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They believe they can run right here. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Might be calling a hot route. Now here's Russell. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Quick release by the QB. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Turning on the Jets. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. He leaves it with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Unloads to the right. Tough to get a rhythm off the bench, and the first one is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Now the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Taylor wants to throw it. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 15. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Well, the bad news on defense is you gave up a big completion. The good news, though, you showed great effort making a tackle and getting him down inside the 5-yard line. Effort does matter, and we'll see. If they can hold the offense here to 3 points, that might be the type of play defensively that may win you this game.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes the easy completion. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Splits the uprights. Good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coverage team dare to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We begin with Southern Mississippi taking on the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Golden Eagles in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in Starkville. What can you say about this playmaking receiver that's not abundantly clear? More than 100 yards in the first half. He's totally taken over this game. His team has the lead, and he's improving his draft stock as we speak. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half they have got to keep feeding their star wide receiver. He has been brilliant here in the first half, showing his experience against every type of defense they've tried to throw at him. He continues to be a problem, one the defense will have to solve if they expect to turn around this second half. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Mississippi State going up tempo. Off play action. Rushes on him. And down he goes.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Wide open, and it's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll run it from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. The run inside. It's Riley. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Austin Mack. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense, their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has
finding some room. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to Fluff. Makes it past the marker. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Taylor wants to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body, and that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Running inside, it's Riley. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so...
Here's a little room there. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wants to adjust the pattern. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. After that run, picked up the first down, but there is an injured player on the field. While they have a look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Riley. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. The run inside. It's Hill. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo. He'll run it again. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Taylor wants to throw it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, fine.
Time to take a shot. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Here's a give to Bothwell. Maybe some room here. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Taylor wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're...
Touchdown Bulldogs! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches, Palmer. Nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here comes that Alabama offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Running inside. It's Hill. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Keelan Russell. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. He'll field the punt. Makes a move. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive quarterback.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Taylor wants to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. Could not make his way to the corner. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Bringing the heat. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone, make a play to create space, get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? He'll try it again. Could be an alley. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Riley. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you got to think about when you want to use that final timeout, when you're going to clock it. Every single second counts. You need a field goal to win, but you got to manage this clock.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Using his legs, it's Riley. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this to put them on top as we get close to closing time. And this one is perfect. Celebration is wild on the sideline.
Jacobs is back. Jacobs is back. I said he's back.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They bring him down. A last gasp effort on that return. Comes up empty, and that's going to do it for this one. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. I think back to my career in Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.